Man, Shannon Sharpe is going through it, but he is going through it. If I had any advice to give Shannon, if I could have had his ear back in the day, I'd have told him, skip, skip, skip. Make sure you skip Katt Williams. Don't talk to Katt Williams. Katt Williams was the whole reason this started. It was. He jumped into a fray that I don't think he was really ready for. What I mean by that is this. He got thrusted into an environment that was built to destroy. And it got him good. It got him real good. And it's not stopping anytime soon. We know that Shannon got into some stuff with that female and the whole breakdown of having to settle. We don't know how much he paid, but the whole original suit was for $50 million. So it was either between 0 and 50 million that he paid out. Well, things haven't stopped. There's another one coming. And recently he was talking to his buddy, Ocho Cinco. Now, the conversation went a little bit weird. We're going to listen to the conversation. Then we're going to get into some other things. I do feel, I'm going to tell you now, I feel bad for Shannon. I really do. But everybody makes a choice. And sometimes choices have consequences to them. Whether we believe it or not, they do. So let's listen to the conversation of how this went between the two friends. Now, remember, they're friends. They are definitely friends. They have had this little podcast together. And let's see what happens.
Trying to reach out. Jerry ain't returning no calls.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
To prove a point. What point he's trying to prove, I have no idea.
I run this show.
I'm gonna show.
I'm gonna pay. I'll pay you when I get ready. Like you do me. Like you do me over 5900.
Me?
You basically told me I'm gonna pay you when I get ready.
Oh no, I ain't say that. I mean,
no, your actions did.
I'm gonna take care of you, baby. I'm not Jerry. I don't like that comparison. Don't do me like that. Don't.
Yeah, we come up on a year. It's a penalty for being late.
I got you. I got one thing about it. Right? You know what? I got you.
I need to see you got it, but I need to get it.
Right.
You know, I get light right now, Ocho.
Look, I'm glad he can laugh about it. I am. If you don't laugh, you're going to cry. This man has just been outed. Look, he lost a job at ESPN. Okay, y'all know that, right? Since this whole, the $100 million thing you're supposed to get, that ain't happening no more. Not with all the stuff that's happening with it. Okay, so now, for him to be in a position where he can kind of laugh about it is I guess okay, but it ain't gonna make it go away. Now you have to remember that Shannon is not just he's recently a individual that's been on camera a lot, but his history is not in media. His history is in football. And while he might be a great media personality now, the man has a history right now of being a footballer and maybe quite possibly a player. I don't know. I mean, he has a lot of women that he has coming around, but the problem is maybe the choice in women, because all of them seem to just want one thing out of him if he doesn't comply to certain behaviors, and that's money. Now, if this goes on, don't be surprised if another person comes forward, even whether, look, I don't know whether these women are right, wrong, they've got proof or not. But I think Shannon's is a rock and a hard place. What do? Do you go through with this? Because if all things being equal, he did exchange some words and statements in the Zaninga trial thing. You know, he said some stuff that could be construed as harassment. I mean, I don't know how else you want me to say it. There are some things he said that you can look at and say, nah, she has a case. Whether they agreed about it or not, a female that's upset with you, she's gonna say, I didn't want to. I felt forced. Now you're into trouble. We've advised men before about this. Stay away from that kind of stuff so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's a lesson learned. It is. Now, remember, he settled it. That's one thing. But there's another $20 million one coming down the pike now. And that one's a little bit different. Some Jimalita Tillman or something like that is her name. Anyway, she's a whole nother one that's coming to the forefront here. I don't know what to make of this, especially with Shannon being as popular as he is. And of course, he jumped into the social light because of Katt. That's why I said he should have just stayed away from the Katt thing and stuck to something else, football commentary perhaps, and just stayed there. But the lure of cash and fame can make a person not think fully straight.
Pocket light right now. Just say pocket light.
That's why I love you. That's what I love. That's what I need. Come on back home. That's what I need. Thank you. That's the Shannon I need. Let's go. We gonna be all right.
Oh, for sure.
We gonna be all right. I'm telling you. We good.
Hey, Ty Trippin said we gonna be all right.
We good.
And Micah said, "Will you back me in a corner? Well, hell, I don't even be here no more."
Yeah.
Hey, if you think, I tell you what, if you upset, talk about I might not be here, I miss it.
Now, they laugh. I get it. It's hilarious. It's funny. Okay, cool. But here's a problem with what just took place. As much as Shannon might be laughing now, the reality has not gone away. That this particular problem is going to more than likely become a running scenario. The more money he makes, even if he doesn't get the 100 million deal, he already established, unfortunately for himself, a history of dealing with certain types of females that seem to want to come back and mess with him. I don't know if it's going to register for him that there is just certain things he should not be dabbling in, especially considering the fact that there is on the surface, a rumor that certain Hollywood entities go after certain well-meaning black men. It just does not seem wise. He's cutting ties with people because he's doing certain things that's going to make it bad for him. His legal battles, as far as we can see, only just beginning. So jest and joke all you want about your pockets being light, they might get lighter. And if people keep seeing this particular thing coming forward, they'll be less likely to want to put you as the face of what they're having conversations about. So maybe you should be taking it a little more serious. But I understand for the camera, you and Ocho, joking it up and laughing. I get that. But brother, listen, man. I think you might have dug a hole a tad bit too deep for you to do your tight end jump out of and running back jump out of and catch it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be possible if you keep this up. It is a fruitless life. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer or the rain or your damper or your parade. I'm not trying to be that, right? You're trying to keep it light. I get that. But unfortunately for you, you stepped into something that does not want you to succeed. And you're not making it better for yourself by dabbling in things that also doesn't bring success. Money can make you do some really crazy stuff, deal with people you shouldn't be dealing with, and make decisions you normally wouldn't make. I understand that people will say, well, it went back even further when he finally went out and stepped out against Skip, and him and Skip fell out. That was the beginning of his destruction. But if you watch it after that Skip debacle, they really weren't, I'll be honest, they weren't really on the same page. I mean, the combat was fun for cameras, but the dynamic wasn't going to work for very long because they really did not agree. And that split actually gave Shannon freedoms to do some other things. The problem is Shannon didn't know what to do with that freedom. He really didn't. He was not ready for that kind of freedom. And it showed out in his behaviors off screen, which eventually filtered on screen. And now we have a problem right here with him dealing with way more than I think he can handle. If this $20 million lawsuit goes to either a settlement or something worse, you might see other women that he could have even had just a small interaction with that come forward and say, nah, I remember when he did this and said something sideways to me, and it has marked me for the rest of my life. I mean, for crying out loud, one of the things is just from gossip on the screen, him and Ocho talking. It doesn't even have to be interactionary anymore. Just the inference of something happening is enough to bring a lawsuit. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see how many of this new charge is going to go forward with anything. We don't know. Right now, the endorsement opportunity for the 100 million does not seem it's going to go forward. Many of the things that he had, brands, people are starting to move away from him. Certain podcasts aren't going to be thriving as well. You remember when the Club Shay Shay was just going ham? It's not going ham anymore. But this may turn around. He might drag himself out of, especially if this $20 million falls apart. And if no one else brings a lawsuit against him, he might be able to make a comeback. We'll see. But we'll keep you posted. But it's a lesson for men out there. Let Shannon be your lesson. This is the lesson. for as much fame as you get, and for as funny as you might be, and for as much money as you might have in your wheelhouse, one bad decision, one bad interaction with somebody who has your detriment as their goal could end it all. Be wise in your decision making. Choose the people you have around you very, very carefully. Do not let money become your reason for being the kind of person that reaches out to any and everybody just because you can now. Be frugal, not just with your cash, but with your mind and your time. Let his life right now, whether he makes the comeback or not, be an object lesson in what not to do. And Shannon, I do wish you the best, brother. I do. I hope this whole thing blows over and you can make a solid state of living from just being non-controversial in these arenas that you've been sued in. I really do hope so. We'll see what happens. What are your thoughts on this one? You think anything's going to come up this defamation lawsuit? You think more sexual allegation lawsuits are going to pop off? Do you think his whole time in the limelight is officially up? Or will he make a sobering comeback in the realms of social media before too long? We look forward to your comments in the section.